think it was like a tough game. It's always hard to play here against KC. They're like a good team. They're top on the table. But I think the performance we showed today is gonna like set the next games in our schedule. I think we did a great job defensively, and we're just gonna like build from that.
And you made your first start since returning from injury today. What was that like to be able to get that first half under your belt and start the match tonight?
Feels great. I was so happy to be back on the pitch, especially starting the game. I feel like so special to be part of this team. It's like I just enjoy being out there with all the girls, and I'm glad I could help the team today.
And can you just talk about a little bit of the journey that it's taken to get here? You know, obviously not probably what you have wanted, but it's been a process. So can you just talk about what it's been like the last couple months for you?
Yeah, it's not easy. Not everybody like sees it. Like we're like behind the scenes, just working hard, like getting stronger, getting fit to play those games, those hard games as we did today. But it's hard. I have been like struggling like to get back on the field, and I'm so happy to be back now. It's just like gonna like keep building up my minutes. I played 45 today. Maybe next game I'll get 60, and then we go from there.
Great. We'll go to the Zoom. Theo Lloyd.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep. Hi, Hafa. Congratulations. Great defensive performance tonight. You were obviously named in the starting lineup, and then there was a huge delay because of the heat. How did you stay mentally and physically prepared during that delay?
I mean, it's not easy like to get like ready for games like that, but we stayed focused all the time. We're like just waiting to play this game. We came prepared. It's not easy. There was like a hard situation today. We're not expecting to like wait that long. It's not good for the athletes, but we did a great job.
And finally, Hafa, obviously Barbara goes down earlier than probably the team expected, but Ali Lemos comes in and does a good job. Can you just talk about what that was like, you know, having to readjust maybe the game plan, but also the players that stepped up today and coming off the bench?
Yeah, I think we did a great job. We are adjusting to that. Like we're used to have Barbara like up top there as a reference there. And it was really hard to get like adjusted. But I feel like the players who came in, they bring their energy, and then we just like kept like fighting for her too. But I hope she's gonna be okay for next game.
Great, thank you, Hafa. Welcome back, and congrats on the start.
Thank you.
All right, finally, we're joined by head coach Seb Hines. Seb, a 0-0 result here at CPKC Stadium, a tough place to play. Just give us your initial thoughts after the match.
I thought the players were phenomenal. Their attitude, their energy that they showed, and even the way that they played. You know, it's brave, and I love the bravery to try and play, especially in an environment like this, and the success that KC have had. But you know, there's almost a little bit of disappointment that we didn't come away with more. They always, you know, pose a threat with their direct play, but I thought we got to certain positions and was just, you know, maybe a little bit, you know, away from taking the shot or the final cross, and just that little bit more commitment. But overall, I'm really pleased with the players' performance and under some tough circumstances as well.
And Rafaelle made her first start since coming back from injury. Obviously, she's had a couple minutes, but can you just talk about getting her back out there for the first half and her performance tonight?
Yeah, she's a top player. You know, we'd love to have her start more games, but you know, due to injury and especially this period, we've got to be so careful with her. We've got to make sure that we're managing her correctly and giving her the right amount of minutes. And today, with the progressions she's shown with some of the games prior to this, it was an opportunity to give her 45. And she can build on that now. We have a quick turnaround with Angel City. But we want Rafa, you know, fit and firing as we get to the back end of the season.
We'll go next to the Zoom and go to Theo.
Hey Seb, congratulations on a big clean sheet. I don't know if you knew, but no one's ever been to CPKC Stadium and got a clean sheet against the Current before. So big kudos to you and your players on that. I wanted to kind of ask you about, you know, what was a very strange situation with the heat delay coming in quite late. You know, the game was almost in the warm-up phase, and then it was warm-ups again, and then it was postponed. So kind of, if you could just walk me through what that experience was like for you. And then the second part of my question is sort of, how did you manage your players? How did you keep them physically and mentally prepared? Because it's just such a difficult situation.
No, it is a difficult situation, and we fell into the trap a little bit. coming to KC in August and putting a 3 o'clock kickoff, it's not putting the players, well-being, firsthand. So, yeah, we got the warm-up. It was extremely hot. It was too hot to play. And we would like that decision to have been made earlier on, before warm-up, so they can probably prep a little bit better. It was a lot of waiting around. We're going to test the wet bulb another 15 minutes, and there was a lot of confusion and lack of communication as well of what the next steps were. But overall, I'm pleased that we managed to get onto the field and it was safe for the players. I think it was the right decision to be made. At 6 o'clock, obviously, it was a bit cooler, and everyone got to watch good, entertaining football as well. So overall, I was disappointed with the decision making prior to the 6 o'clock kickoff, but once we got there, I think that was the best interest for the players and everyone here, and even the fans as well. It's brutal. 3 o'clock, sun's beaming. We have to have the best interest for everyone who's involved here at the stadium.
And finally, Seb, obviously, Barbra goes down early, don't plan that, but Lemos comes on, puts in a great shift. Corey comes on at halftime. You just talk about what it's like to be able to use those subs and the performance that all your 5 substitutes had in the game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that you don't plan for. Barbra going down after 10 minutes. Barbra is such a key player for us with, a threat in behind and a goal scoring, and she's constantly putting herself in position to score. And we had to adapt. We still wanted to keep the threat with Ali and Priska on the flanks. But we had a different style of play to what probably a lot of the fans have seen, and obviously KC have seen. We felt that we could control the tempo of the game with more midfielders, but whilst also having that threat in behind. So credit to the players, they adapted really well. We have gone through those moments in training and in some scrimmages where we haven't had the likes of Barbra. And, they were prepared for it and they played extremely well. I was really pleased with the players who started and were able to adapt, but also the players that came on and finished the job.
Great, Seb. Thank you.
Thank you.